Okay, we're recording. I feel like it's kind of lopsided. Hi everybody, welcome to the Black Box. It's Grace. It's been a while. Who are you?
I'm Cassius.
Who's Cassius?
I'm Grace's boyfriend.
Okay, but who are you outside of my boyfriend? You're not just my boyfriend.
This is a college student who
Okay. Who are you?
Xavier.
Who's Xavier?
Like, what you mean by
Who are you? Just
that?
whatever you want to say.
I'm Xavier.
This was the worst intro that I've ever done. Like, usually people be like, I'm Xavier. Like, you should be like, I'm Xavier. I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay, I see. I see what you're saying. Like, you got to kind of lead me there. You feel me?
I like to let it flow.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Okay, so we're going to do this again. I'm
Yeah,
asking
start
y'all both who you are. I'm Grace. Y'all know who I am. Who are you?
I'm Cash. I'm Grace's boyfriend, and I'm a college student, criminal justice, political science, and I play basketball.
Okay. Who are you?
I'm Xavier. I'm an entrepreneur. And that's it.
Okay, that was a little better. It was still dusty, but it's okay. So, in the news this week, Aunt Becky is going to jail. What y'all think about Aunt Becky? You don't know who Aunt Becky is? Off of Full House, the lady, what's her real fucking name? Lori Loughlin, whatever. But you've probably heard of it, like her and Felicity Huffman and a whole bunch of other celebrities were like paying their children's way into college.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So she paid over like $500,000, I think, to get her two daughters into the schools. And it was fried because her daughter didn't even want to go to college. Like her daughter, was like, her daughter, I guess, is some YouTube star. She has her own makeup line, some more shit. And her parents just wanted her to go to college. Like, she didn't want to go. But when the whole story broke, like, the girl, her daughter was on the yacht with the admissions counselor, somebody important that they was paying off. And everybody on Twitter is like all uproud and all their feathers are ruffled because she's facing 40 years. But first off, we all know she's not going to get 40 years. And second, if she did, I mean, I don't think that she necessarily deserves 40 years for that, but it's a lot of black people in jail for, like, instances of, I don't know the whole context of it, but it was a mom in Texas, a black mom went to jail because she did the same thing. It wasn't even on the same type of scale. Like, it wasn't no 500 bands. So, if she goes to jail, she goes to jail. Whatever they throw at her, I feel like she deserves it. Because she really thought that, she made a mockery of the whole thing. Like, did y'all hear, like, how she didn't plead guilty? And, like, Felicity Huffman, the other white lady, she pled guilty. She, like, apologized. And
she took the deal, didn't she?
Yeah, she took the deal. And then, like, basically gave her a slap on the wrist. But Lori Loughlin, on the other hand, was all Billy Badass.
Signing autographs?
Yeah, signing autographs outside the courtroom.
That shit was crazy.
Not, she didn't think that anything was gonna happen to her. So she didn't plead guilty, and now that she might be fucked up, she's crying her white tears. And I think she deserves it. Do you guys have any commentary?
Nothing much.
Yeah, I mean, that's just fucked up.
Maybe not the whole 40 years, but
Yeah.
40 years, maybe not
white
40.
people.
But she definitely need, like, maybe a sustainable time in jail. Just to
For sure.
teach her a lesson, you know what I'm saying? But not the 40.
She could do 5.
Yeah, like a nickel cool.
And she was doing something good. You know, she was trying to.
No.
She wasn't?
No.
I thought it was she getting her kids in school or something like that, right?
No, her daughters didn't even want to go to college.
Oh.
It was on some, I'm rich, you're gonna go to this school because it makes us look good. My daughter her kids didn't even want to go to school.
Okay.
And like her daughter was like a makeup art, like I guess she do makeup on YouTube and stuff. She got a line of Sephora. She lost her deal.
Okay. Well, not 40 years, probably like 10.
Yeah, if she did
like
10,
that ain't that bad. 40 is like killing somebody, right?
You get what I'm saying? Some crazy shit. 40 some crazy shit.
Yeah.
But facing 40 is not. I'd be satisfied if she did a year in jail. She just need to sit for a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't even think she need life. She just need to sit. But like I said, whatever they throw at her, she shouldn't have did it.
Yeah.
There are a lot of tornadoes. One especially hit. We're in Cleveland. Well, yeah, we're in Cleveland, and one hit in Dayton. I don't know much about it. Honestly, I don't like looking at stuff like that. But yeah. And what's crazy is people are acting like they don't know that tornadoes can basically hit anywhere, especially Ohio. Like, we're in the Midwest. We're not in the tornado.
Got a lot of land and shit.
Yeah, like, it's a lot of land, a lot of open fields. It's just a lot of openness, and that's prime real estate for a tornado. So why people is acting surprised, I don't know. I think it's kind of ironic that their city spent almost $700,000 on security for a KKK rally that they had this weekend, and then they get hit by a tornado 2 days later.
Right.
God don't be playing. I just really think, I'm not gonna say it's what they deserved and it happened for a reason, but
Karma is real.
Karma is real. And shout out to all those people. I'm starting this empowerment network for Black women, and we're actually in the works of planning like some type of drive or some type of something for the women in Dayton, so stay tuned for that. Also, this is like kind of a side note, but me and my friend Quay are launching a networking collective called All Girls In, and like I said, it's for the empowerment, support, upliftment of Black women worldwide, and I'll give y'all a lot more details soon. I just wanted to, throw that out there. Missouri's one abortion clinic might get shut down, and that's fucked up. This abortion shit is just annoying. Like, I just feel like, why do men care about what women are doing with their bodies?
Yeah. It's fucked up for sure.
Definitely some fucked up shit. Especially with like the little kids who be getting raped and then they can't get an abortion. They gotta stick with that baby. That's some sick shit.
Yeah, like there's no, a lot of these states, there's no rules for abortion, incest, those types of things. And there's no, what was I about to say? Like, you just can't get an abortion.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of a conspiracy theorist, but the population is declining. Women are not having babies at the numbers that they have been having babies, like, up until this point. And abortions, what's crazy is they make it sound like everybody's just out here getting abortions. The number of abortions have actually decreased, but the problem is white women are the number one people to get abortions. And since the population is declining, white people are already on track to become the minority within like the next 30-something years. So I just feel like this is a way to, this is a way to keep white people on top. Just a form of white supremacy. Because they're only doing this because white people are about to become the minority. They wouldn't care. And like the growth rate, what's I about to say? Immigrants have the highest growth rate. So like birth rates and all that in the country. So they feel some type of way about that. And I just think it's fucked up because there's nothing we can do. I mean, what we can do is like vote and make sure that we are participating in all especially the local elections. The local elections are the ones that really matter because those are the people that are put in power to do these things like this. Because, for example, with Ohio, if we would have had a Democratic governor, we probably wouldn't have passed that abortion bill. I'm not going to say we would have because I think even in Missouri, a lot of these states that are passing these anti-abortion bills have Democratic governors. So, just vote.
It's kind of common when you think about it, though, what you just said.
What?
Like about how like white people like the main people getting abortions and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like systematically, like, United States set up for like the minorities to be out here just having babies and stuff because we're not properly taught like sex ed and shit like the white people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So now it's kind of like fucking them over because now we about to become a majority because they tried to put us down. And I'm about to become a majority over them.
Right.
Now they're trying to cover up their mistakes type shit.
It's Never mind. I kind of want to say it's fuck white people, but it's fuck white people. Not all white people are bad, but Robert Mueller's report. Do y'all know about that?
Robert Mueller's no.
He's the. Do you know about that? He's like the director of the FBI or somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know exactly what his position was, but he did a whole detailed report about Donald Trump and what's going on in Russia. And basically, he came out in the report and said that Donald Trump did not do anything criminally wrong. Like, basically, he said, like, Donald Trump fucked up and Donald Trump was doing some fishy shit, but that's basically what it was. And he came out after, the report came out and everything, but now he's going around saying that he's saying that Donald Trump did commit a crime and he did do a lot of things that he shouldn't have been doing. But since you're not supposed to indict a president, he wouldn't have even tried to go about trying to indict him.
Right.
And it's not even because there's a law, but it's just like basically social norms. Like, how bad would that be to arrest the president? But our president's a fucking, like, I don't have nothing nice to say about him. I just don't.
I don't either. I mean, one thing I can say though, like, that nigga is, business-wise, he is, you know, he very.
That's the only good thing that nigga done did. Like,
but a lot of his business shit was fishy.
No, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the whole stopping jobs in America. Like, that's the only good thing that nigga done did.
Like, yeah, he got a lot of debt, but his debt has created a lot of money.
Yeah.
So, you know.
I'm just not gonna say. Well, Donald Trump is a businessman, but all that shit was
presidency. He should never did.
All that shit was handed to him. Like, even his father was a backwards businessman.
But like, even like the presidency shit, like this is
he didn't even
business shit for him though. For real.
Yeah, Donald Trump didn't want to be president. I read a book about this shit. He didn't even think that he was going to win.
He didn't know. Yeah.
All this was about to be. He did this to basically give him some clout.
Yeah.
And then he fucked up. He fucked around and won, and now he's trying to figure that shit out.
Yeah.
Like, he's literally playing it as he goes, but he did not have any type of intentions on this.
I mean, but shit, that's not his fault why he won.
It's not his fault.
It's America's fault. They voted for the nigga, so it ain't his fault.
That electoral college.
Yeah, the electoral college has to fucking go.
Yeah.
Because I just don't get that. How did Hillary Clinton win the popular vote? Like, it's what the people want. We are a democracy, but America's not really a democracy.
Basically, that shit was just telling us that our voice really don't matter.
Yeah, nothing we say matters.
Like, niggas, we gonna do whatever we want.
America is so fucked up, and
it's crazy that we fucked up, but it's even crazier places to live.
Yeah, like, America is so fucked up, but on the scale of fucked up, it's not fucked up. And that's why, like, I always say all the time, like, I be telling Cash all the time, like, hey, we gotta get the fuck up out of here. But really, where else are we gonna go and have it as good as this?
It's a privilege though. Like,
Americans are privileged, especially us being black. Being African Americans, we are the most privileged black people in the world. As bad as we have it here, we are still the most privileged.
So?
We are. Ain't no think so. We definitely are.
You go to places like, you know, Haitian and all them.
Yeah,
people
like,
got shoes. You feel me? So they don't even got
and
clothes.
and that's why everybody and that's why a lot of black people from other countries don't fuck with Americans, because it's like, y'all don't realize we don't realize what we have. We don't realize who we are. And don't get me wrong, we have shit bad here, but
it ain't that bad.
It's not that bad. It could be a lot worse. A lot worse. That's pretty much it for In the News. What I'm reading this week, well, I'm not reading it anymore. I finished it yesterday. But it's called Vibrational Healing Through the Chakras with Light, Color, Sound, Crystals, and Aromatherapy. And I'm going to show you guys the cover. But I'm on this spiritual path, and it was just a really good book. Like, it definitely piqued my interest, like reading about the chakras and just learning about how you can really heal your body through your mind. Like, your mind is so important. And, like, if you have pain, like, it's really crazy. So, like, in the book they're talking about, say, for instance, Xavier, say you have a stomach ache, and you don't know, you have a persisting stomach ache, and you don't know why you have a stomach ache.
Right.
So I say, if I was a healer, I could put, like, essential oils, or I could put a crystal, or shit, I could even talk directly to your stomach, and you would feel better.
Right.
And it's just crazy because I just want to get into the point in my life where if I have a headache, I want to be able to, I forget what the herb is or what the oil is, but let me rub this on my temples and my headache will go away. Because it's really crazy if you think about it. You can cure everything through natural stuff like herbs, because we gotta think, what were the people before us doing?
Right.
And I just, like I said, this is a cover. Well, this, I don't know why it looks like this, but it's this one right here. And I'll put all of that in like the description. But I think everybody should read that book, especially if they want to get on the path of spiritual healing, because it was helpful. Like, the book has started me to read about other things. I'm doing research. When I go to Atlanta next week, I'm getting my chakras healed and some more shit. Like, this shit is really on. Yeah. And now time for the box. Okay. Lots of topics. I'll go first. Not looking. What personality trait do you wish you had? I wish that I was a little less sensitive, because I'm a crybaby and I let everything bother me and get to me and hurt my feelings. But then I'm also like mean. I don't get it, but I would just try to be like less sensitive. So I guess I could say like I would be tougher. I don't know.
For me, I would wish that I was more like of a people person. Like, I'm not caring person, but more of a people person. Like, you know how like you run across some people like they can just like spark a conversation with anybody. Like no matter what type of walk of life or like how anybody attitude or day going, like they can be that person like to step in and just like, you feel me, for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, just, you know what I'm saying, talk to somebody to have your day feeling just so much better. Like, I wish I had that type of ability, you feel me?
I wish I had an ability to not, well, let me say, I guess not be so, I don't even know what you call that, but I guess caring for others more.
Yeah, you're very empathetic, and
You're very empathetic. I'm very empathetic. You know, I'm always looking to figure out ways to try to help the next person.
That's not bad, but you just gotta.
It's certain people that
you just gotta.
do
Yeah,
that,
and I was just about to say
they look at that as an advantage. Like, oh shit, you could just do this for me, so I don't have to.
Oh, he did it for me before. He'll do it
for me again. You know what I'm saying? So that's one trait that I wish I didn't have, because you know you lose a lot. Not even just money, you lose a lot of time and energy that could be going back to you or going back to somebody else who needs it. So I guess that's the only thing I could say. If I could take something away, that would be something that I'd take away.
I don't even think you should take that away. I just think you should focus on better people. But that's hard.
It's hard.
You never know.
You never know who's a good, genuine person.
Because people are fake. People are so deceptive. People are so deceiving.
Agreed.
That's why you gotta get in tune with yourself. That's the main reason why I'm really on the spiritual journey. Because like in the book I was talking about, like the lady in the book, she could just walk up, or like people who just are in tune and they're just in line, and then like they can look at you and just feel your vibe and get your energy and tell like, oh yeah, this person ain't got shit going for themselves. Or this is a really great person. I can tell by whatever they radiate. Like I want to be that type of person.
It's crazy because I get like, I could pick up those vibes from anybody. But it's like some people can give me that vibe and I'll be like, oh, this person is a great person. They doing, they're trying to do something, and then, you really dig down into them, and then you see that, oh, this thing ain't, or this person ain't shit. So it's like they gave me that image of them being this really, great person, and then
they're just not.
Really get to know them, you can tell, oh no, this person ain't that's a good person that I thought they was. So I don't know, it's a tough one for sure. I know I go through it every day, trying to navigate and figure out who's genuine and who's not. Yeah. So, and we all do. I think we all go through that phase, especially family, friends.
Yeah. But you learn that with a level of consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency is what it really is.
Yeah. That's true. Which one of you guys wants to pick first? Oh, I forgot to like give the little rundown. So like yellow is, well, you don't look when you pick, but like for the people, like this one was purple. I think purple is like, and I gotta re-go through this and remember what I color coded them. But like purple is like a life question. I think pink, light pink is relationships. A different shade of pink is sex, or is it blue? I don't even know. Okay, yellow is random. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Gotta figure this out.
What do you not like to think about? I gotta answer that question first.
You have to answer it first.
What do I not like to think about? Man, I not like to think about, believe it or not, it goes back to my last thing. You know, my close friends and family being failures in life. So that's like one of my biggest fears that I hate thinking about, because it's like, you know, especially when you got a plan and you got a dream that you trying to chase, and then you look around at your surroundings and you see nobody, you know, got any passion or aspirations toward anything. That's like a fear, because
and it's like, am I gonna have to leave my niggas?
If I'm gonna have to leave my niggas, I'm gonna have to leave my family, my mom, my dad.
Like,
you feel me? Like those are real life.
And
questions.
you might have to.
And you might have to, but it's hard to.
It is hard. I never thought about that, but that's deep. That's deep. That's real deep.
It's deep, you know, because it's like, shit, I'm doing everything that I do to try to reach my goal and pursue my dreams, and then, you know, I look at my surroundings and
how can you succeed? And you can, but how can you succeed when the people around you are not succeeding? Yeah. And that, like, when people say birds of a feather flock together, that shit is real.
That shit is real.
You are your influences. You are who's around you.
Yeah.
And
so you gotta walk your own path.
And even if you have to leave your mom behind, or you gotta leave somebody behind, it is what it is. You don't have to leave them behind, but you just gotta fuck with people, and you have to keep them at a distance.
You gotta do what's best for you.
And that's sad.
It's hard. It's hard, especially people you love. You know, people you care for. Not like some people off the street that you don't know this dude from work, this lady from a can of paint. These people that raised you, you've grown up with these people, so. It's just, that's one of my biggest like things that I hate thinking about. But yeah, that's it.
I don't like to think about death. Something about death is just so unsettling with me, because it's like you live like life, because I know that
I'm gonna say the same thing, bro.
And this all goes back to the spiritual healing, because I believe in spirits. I believe that when you die, you don't die. Yeah, your body dies, but your spirit doesn't die. Your mind doesn't die. And how you live your life, and that's why I'm trying to just be the best person that I can be, because how you live your life will determine your afterlife, and you have to live your afterlife for fucking ever. And I just think about what is an afterlife like.
It's the biggest unknown.
It's the biggest unknown.
And I don't like uncertainty. I'm the type of person, I like to know what I'm getting myself into. And the fact that I could record this show, I could go leave my house to go buy something, and I could die. Or I could not wake up tomorrow, and that shit is just like.
I read a book. Last Steve Harvey but I read a book by him. Think like success, act like success, right?
Yeah.
And he was basically breaking down what you just said. You know, we all got a date where we born, and we got a date that we die.
The only thing guaranteed in life is death.
You know, so we got that date. That date is set in stone already. We don't know when that date is going to be, but that date is already set in stone. So in the midst of when we born, in the midst of when we die, we make sure that in between that time, we do as much as we can, we give as much as we can, and we live the best as we can. And when that date comes,
that's all you do.
We close our final, say our final breath or whatever it is, and we know that shit we accomplished or we did what we were supposed to do with the amount of time that we had. And if you look at it like that, I think it'll become more easier. Yeah. Because now you know, like, well, I got a purpose. Yeah. I got to know that, once my day comes, I know that shit. I was able to not only just make a lot of money or whatever it is your goal is, but it was to help a lot of people. Yeah. Do a lot of great things, and you live with the results. You feel me? Like that's how I look at it. And it's hard to look at it. It is hard,
but that's really what it is. Like, you just have to live your best life, so when you die, you can just make sure that you'll live the life that you wanted to live, and that's all you can do.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think people don't understand that.
Because I mean, we live like we live in the here and now. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But it got to be something more beyond this.
There is something beyond us.
Definitely.
It's just crazy. Like, what I don't necessarily even think is heaven or hell.
Yeah.
Like that Big Bang shit, that shit don't read to me, bro. Like we ain't just exploded into existence. You feel me?
Everything is in tune. Y'all should read this book. I'm telling y'all, like everything is. We are centered with the earth. Like our thoughts, our energy, our beings. Like everything is so closely calculated. Like
for real, we all linked though.
And everybody is linked.
If you really think about it, we really are linked.
Everybody you talk to has some type of impression on your life. Even I could meet you, look at you down the street. I could walk down the street and look at you, and if I don't look at you the right way, you get in a bad mood. That could affect your whole day. Yeah. That could change, and then you could get mad that day, and something you do that day could affect your whole life just because I looked at you funny. And that's why you gotta really pay attention to what you direct your energy to. Pay attention to what energy you're receiving. Yeah. It's just.
Yeah. And it starts with in house. Like y'all.
Yeah, literally.
Y'all wake up in the morning and he wake up on some bullshit. You pissed for the day because like damn, you wake up on that, or vice versa.
Yeah.
You wake up on that. So it's like my whole day has started with bad vibes, so now I'm gonna be pissed off all day, or for the most of the day. Probably get over it later in the day, but that's why I try to explain that to my girl. Like when we wake up in the morning, we wake up with a fresh day, positive vibes. Everything that happened yesterday, that ain't got nothing to do with today, because today, how you wake up and how you attack the day is how it's gonna affect you.
Yeah.
If you wake up in a bad mood or pissed off at everything, or I understand we human.
You can't help. You can. Everybody, even the most enlightened person is gonna be salty every now and then.
It's just trying to fight through that and understand that. All right, this is your day. Let's do the best that you can.
Yeah, it's bigger than just me having an attitude.
Yeah. So.
And why should you let me have an attitude affect everything that you have?
But I ain't gonna lie. I'll say one of the biggest fears though is like not getting what you. I say like complacency and not getting what you want out of life though. You get what I'm saying?
You can't let yourself get.
You get what I'm saying? Because it's like a lot of people like, and it's just from working like I say like people like you can learn anything from any situation you're in, and I say like learning from working like 9-to-5 jobs and shit like that. Like you learn like a lot of the people in the positions because like they had dreams and shit, and people shot them down. Yeah. And they stopped, you feel me? They stopped pursuing it because somebody else told them they couldn't do something. You know what I'm saying? So now they just cool with just waking up every morning doing the same shit.
Punching the clock.
Getting
somebody else rich, but you can't even pay your bills.
You feel me? And not even living the life that you want. Like, this ain't the life that you want. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And people live, one thing I learned about a lot of people, and this is even from core, the close people that I have, people live in fear. Mm-hmm. So people live in fear of not being able to, take care of this, or not even say take care of themselves, but failing, like you said, failing.
Or what if I do this and it doesn't work out?
It doesn't work out, right? So
you can't be afraid of failure. Failure breeds success.
We was taught that though, from very young age. When we started kindergarten on up to high school, if you got an F on your test, what are you? A failure. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like that was always your fear. Now, I don't want to be the dumbest nigga in the class, so I ain't trying to get an F on my test. Because I know everybody else got B's and A's and they, smiling, and I'm the only nigga over here mad because I got an F. So we fearful that.
It's a lot of people got quitters mentality. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't live your life, and that's what hinders so many people. You cannot live your life as scared to fail. Because if you don't try anything, what the fuck you gonna do?
Yeah, you ain't gonna never know.
It's not. And
I would never want to live my life and be like, damn, I wish, like I don't want to be 8. Like I'm 21 now. I don't want to be 80 and be like, damn. When I was 21, I wish I would have did what I wanted to do. Yeah. Because there's so many people that look back at their life and are just like, damn, I wasted so much of my life.
And we hear that every day from older people who
every
day. Damn, I wish I could have did that.
Bro, almost every time I talk to my grandmother turned 71 in November. Almost every time, like we just talk about school because I'm in college. She always tells me like, I wish I would have, because she wanted to go, because at the time she went to school, she would have had to go to a HBCU, but she always talks about like, I should have went to Morgan State like I wanted to. I wish I did this. I wish I didn't, like she just always says to me, like, I wish I would have went to school and did more than be a social worker and work for somebody else. Like, I don't want to live my life like that. I just don't.
Definitely. It's not a way to live your life though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because then it just puts you in a position where you just waiting for that due date. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go get it while it's here.
You ain't embracing that. Like that due date ain't something like
it's a fear no more.
Yeah,
it's becoming
fear
your friend.
no more.
You know what I'm
It's
saying?
becoming, hey, well listen, I know it's coming, but shit, I did what I was supposed to do, or I'm doing what I'm supposed to do until that day comes. So that's my biggest motivation every day. Like, you know, as an entrepreneur in this real estate shit. I wake up like that, you know, basically, man, I'm gonna do what I gotta do and live with the results. And when that day comes, so whenever that day is, I'm gonna be cool because I know
I did what I wanted to do.
I did what I wanted to do, and I know that I was able to affect other people.
Yeah.
You know, and not just, like I always say, not just money wise. I was able to affect them in other areas for them that want to go chase their dreams or want to go do what they want to do.
Yeah, like
that's the
when you do it, some boy could be like, I want to be like Xavier when I grow up. I want to do what he did.
Yeah.
And that's hard. That's so hard.
And that's how you keep yourself living. That's
Yeah,
why you're
literally.
out here. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's like, you have to, if I see what this can do, if I inspire this little nigga, what can I do if I inspire 2 more? What can they do?
Man.
And so like literally, or like, what if you inspire somebody and they become the next big person? They would have never did that shit without you.
Yeah.
For real, because people like underrated, bro. Like, you know, people having brands and shit like that. But that's gonna keep them alive forever. Like, you know, Steve Jobs, his name gonna always be mentioned as an athlete. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Steve Jobs has been dead for like almost 10 years now. We still talk about him.
Magic Johnson, like Will Chamberlain, like that nigga Will Chamberlain been dead for so long. People still
like 20 years.
Yeah, you know, the Martin Luther Kings. And,
like
Malcolm X's. And
people who've been dead or Gandhi.
Yeah.
Just like so many people that have been dead for almost forever.
Yeah.
And they're still talked about today. Or the perfect example, Michael Jackson. It's little kids that were born after Michael Jackson died. And like my friend, her daughter is 2. She seen her posting a video of her daughter, like, my daughter loves Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson died 10 years ago.
Right.
And the fact that somebody born now still knows who he is and fucks with him,
That's crazy.
that shit's crazy. Yeah, like I want to have that type of effect on the world. When I die, I want niggas to know, like, Grace was in this bitch.
Yeah.
And Grace did this.
You imprinted
Yeah.
your name forever. That's a goal. That's definitely a goal.
Definitely go.
So, yeah, that's what's up there.
Who is your oldest friend now?
No, who is your oldest friend? How did you meet them?
How did you meet them? Okay. Who's my oldest friend? Damn.
I know mine, so I'll just say it while you're thinking. My oldest friend is Taryn Ashley Bill. Yes, bitch, I said your full name. I met Taryn in kindergarten. So at this point, we're 21. We've been friends for like 16 years. That's my bitch. Shout out to Taryn.
I still cause I feel like I met all my friends like around the same time, so it's kind of like hard to like who like the first like my oldest friend I met first. Like I don't even know.
I got an oldest friend.
Gang, probably.
My oldest friend is this dude named Devon Chapman, and Devon is about to be 50 years old in August. I met him through, you know, when I do real estate, and very cool.
No, not oldest friend.
Oldest?
Like, who's the person that you've been friends with the longest?
Oh, I thought you were saying
no.
oldest friend. Oh,
my oldest friend is the oldest. If we want to, we can do both. My oldest friend, she just turned 25.
Oh, okay. I thought you said oldest friend. Okay, let me revise that. My longest friend.
Yeah, maybe I should have worded that differently.
That's why I was like,
my I ain't gonna say nigga, but my dude Shelly. I don't know if y'all follow him on Instagram. Time to eat. He cut hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've known Shelly for a long time. Probably like 5th, 6th grade, something like that. 5th, 6th grade. And that's been the longest friend that I've known for a long time.
I've had most of my friends forever. I'm not even gonna fake. Like, I met Taryn kindergarten. My friend Ebony, 2nd grade. My best friend Chanel, 4th grade. Like, I've pretty much been friends with all the same people since, like, middle school. Mm-hmm. That's hard.
Yeah, that's hard.
Hell yeah, bro. That's what I'm about to say, like, for real, like,
Katie, I've been friends. I've known Katie since kindergarten too, and it's the fact that I honestly think like the school district we went to, like everybody basically went there kindergarten through 12th grade type shit. Like I went to lived in the same place, not lived in the same house, but I lived in the same general area my whole last life. So we all grew up together. Like nobody really moved, nobody really went to different schools. Yeah, people did, but it wasn't like they was my friends. Like my unit was there the whole time.
That's what's up, though. You don't get it like I don't.
Yeah, when I say that, a lot of people can't say that.
Yeah, because I done transferred a lot, so
I
done lost contact with like, a lot of niggas that I was like cool with at the beginning. Like, definitely. I mean, and I don't know how to explain it though, because it's like you can have like niggas that you grew up with that you was friends with, bro, and then it don't be the same no more, but the love still be there. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like when I see niggas, it's still like, you feel me, what you up to, how your pops doing, type shit. You feel me? It's like. So I respect and love. Like my longest friend probably Justin or B. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trip. Y'all know him, you feel me? And Justin. Like them probably be my longest friends. Like I've been knowing them niggas since like, you know, like middle school, you feel me? Hooping outside in the summer when I first moved to South Euclid. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. You feel me? We've been cool ever since, just off the strength again. Like my oldest friend probably be Squeak, you know, free him. He locked up right now, but he gonna be out soon, you feel me? That's probably my oldest friend, and I met him playing at Tri-C.
It'd be weird too, because like you could meet some people like that you just met,
and be the best friends, and be the better friend.
Yeah, I'm saying. Like I say this about I don't know if y'all know Leak, so okay, also cut hair. Like
I'm friends with all the barbers.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like I've known Leak forever.
Yeah, that's crazy. I got friends like that.
And we just met like a year ago or something like that. Yeah. So it's just situations like that. You come across people that just give you that like instant.
Yep. And people think just because you've been friends with somebody forever, you have to stay friends with them. No, you don't. Yeah. People think, oh, we done been friends for 10 years. That don't mean shit. That bitch will turn on you before somebody you met yesterday would.
Just like a relationship though.
Yeah,
like just because people been together for 40 years or 10 years or whatever you want to call it, don't mean that they had the best relationship. They fuck around and hate each other. My grandparents.
Yes, same. Like, I don't feel like my grandparents like each other.
They don't even like it. My grandparents don't even sleep in the same room.
Yeah, like same. But they're just together. And like, think about how many people are like that. Like that are just together just for the sake of being together.
Just because they have so much
together.
I mean, look, what you gotta think, y'all got that. My grandparents, neither one, they not even together. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I'd rather them not be together than be complacent. I'm not about to live in a house with a nigga that I don't like.
Because you know what you're showing? You're showing the next.
Yeah, you're showing the next generation what not to do.
Yeah, like you basically showing them this is how I live.
Yeah, this
so
is
you can accept that too.
Yeah,
because all you see, literally all you do is what you see. Like I was saying earlier, you are your environment. If you grew up in a house and your mom and dad hate each other, you're not, and that's the only type of relationship, male-female relationship that you see. You're not gonna know how to do relationships. Or if you grow up seeing every time your mom do something that your dad deems wrong, your dad beat your mom ass, why would you not think that that's what you're supposed to do to women? Yeah. Like,
and you get those, couple people out of every bad situation.
They always, this ain't it. But most people
is gonna go through that.
Most people do what they see.
Yeah, even sometimes them people though, like you know what I'm saying, who make it out, they struggle.
They struggle, and it's a fight because it's like, what am I supposed to do? Like, this is literally all I fucking know.
Yeah.
That's just like what I was telling you, like, you know what I'm saying, like the other day when we was talking about like people who rape people and stuff like that, like they done been raped before. Like most of them, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's something like it didn't happen to them, so they do it to somebody else.
They do it to somebody else.
Like, and that's just be what it is. That shit be crazy. It make you wonder, like, you know what I'm saying, like, all the people who, like, you see and you think they doing good and shit, but then they got, like, kids who doing that type of shit. Like, that must have been what's going on in their house. You know what I'm saying?
You never know what somebody goes on in their life. You can have a best friend, and you can never know what your best friend, like, it's people every day. They husband their wife, like you find out that the person you thought you knew like the back of your hand is living a whole different life, or they just not the person you thought they were. And that shit is crazy.
That shit crazy, and you look at it from just pick up your app, you know, these Instagrams and these Twitters.
Bro, yeah, like it's somebody you grew up with, you know, they ain't doing nothing.
Yeah, you know these people.
Or like it's a bitch you see always on vacation. Yeah, she always on vacation, and yeah, she showing you the room, but what she not showing you is the nigga that she with.
That paying for it.
Yeah, the nigga that paid for the trip, the nigga that she's fucking and sucking whenever he wants it.
Yeah. And this dude could be 1,000 years old. So
yeah.
He could be 90 years old.
Bruh, somebody's fucking grandfather.
You feel what I'm saying?
Like,
and that's the same as dudes. You know, that's why I'm like, you know,
Or yeah, like, you got this money, you up in these racks on Instagram, but your girlfriend gave you that money, or your mom gave you that money.
Or
like,
you not, or you doing all this on Instagram, but you know, you
can't pay your bills.
And look beyond that, and your girl saying you ain't paid child support, and your mom saying
because you see that all the time. Like, bro, this nigga be on Instagram doing this, but my baby don't got no diapers. Like,
the thing that be killing me is like niggas be putting money and stuff on Instagram like that, like be having the craziest, you know, the most expensive clothes on, bro. You don't even own a car. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what is your priorities, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's man, that. Man,
you feel me?
Hard.
Like you got $1,000 pair of shoes on, and don't have no
but
car.
you don't have a car.
Yeah. Like that's crazy.
Or you always taking trips and you always getting your hair done, but you don't have a car. You don't even have a license.
Yeah.
Like people's priorities just be so fucked up, and that's why they'll always be in the same place. Because we're all making moves, and we grow up in 10 years or 20 years. Because now that there's social media, we're always going to be able to keep up with what they're doing. So like. Oh, you look back and see, damn, Keisha's still doing this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, she was doing that shit when we was in high school. Like, just, it's crazy.
But on some, like, being real though, bro, like I watch a lot of, like, Minister Farrakhan, like, interviews and stuff, bro, and he said something like about, like, black people, bro, what we need to do for real, like the one thing that we have yet to do, bro, is learn from white people, bro. Like,
yeah, because
you know what I'm saying?
Black people.
Like,
the reason why black people are fucked up is because black people keep ourselves fucked up.
Like we
oppress ourselves,
you know what I'm saying?
And they don't want to know.
Yeah, we don't know shit. Like
white people, bro, they don't care.
We don't know. We don't even know. Like I'm willing to bet you, we don't even know. I know probably 10 people right now that probably don't even know what a financial statement is. A financial statement.
Period.
So
you could go on Twitter and ask like, "What's a financial statement?" and nobody would know.
They would think, "Oh, a bank statement." I'm show you my bank statement. No, it's not a financial statement. So like, just think little stuff like that. Like,
and then it's like black people, you can't tell them anything.
You can't tell them.
You can't tell, and that's literally. Like, when I say this all the time, black people have the most fucked up mentality because they're ignorant and they're so willfully ignorant and they don't want to learn. Yeah. You think you know everything.
Because, like, to be honest, like, I mean, it's crazy because, like, it's a lot of poor black people, but in reality, bro, like, black people are the richest. Like, we are the richest, bro. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
it's so many poor black people because black people put themselves in those positions.
Yeah, like if they like we talking about.
Yeah, if they knew financial literacy, they wouldn't put that. So if you knew financial literacy, if I could give an average nigga $10,000 right now, I'm willing to bet you 10 out of those, well, I'm gonna say 9 out of those 10 niggas that I get $10,000, they're gonna go buy
some shoes, some clothes. I'm about to buy some food, buy some weed,
all of it. It's gone. It's gone.
You hit that nigga, bro. You hit that nigga up in 2 weeks.
It's gone.
He's not even gonna have a band.
Yeah. So, and that one person out of that 10 people, he probably fucking around and started a business.
He started a business. He invested some of it. He put something away.
But it's only 1 out of 10 black niggas. So that's our problem, and it just goes.
I see this shit all the time. Just in college, when niggas get their refunds. Niggas get their refunds, go buy stupid shit. Why you ain't put that money away? Yeah. And then in the middle of the semester, you ain't got no fucking money.
Yeah, you crying broke.
I can't eat. I'm eating noodles again.
And people do the same shit. And I even can say that, not even giving you 10,000. I can say that with people with jobs. People with jobs will rather. Oh, that's why people are so many people stuck in jobs because they dig themselves into a hole that they can't get out because they went ahead. Oh, I got a job. I'm making $17 an hour, so I think I deserve a BMW, or I think I deserve a.
People don't live. People think because when they get more money, you're supposed to buy more. You're supposed to live within your means. You can you can buy more, but buy more of the stuff that you already got.
Right.
Don't go. You can buy a new car, but buy a Kia. Don't go buy a BMW.
Yeah, something cheaper. Like that's a.
You can get
$40,000.
You can get nice things, but it don't have to be the biggest thing.
Yeah, one of our sponsors, like for when I was at Tri-City, like one of the donors or sponsors of the team, whatever. Like I don't know if y'all ever seen the clip of when LeBron was in Cleveland and he threw the towel pass the dude with the MAGA hat on, like the old man, that was him. And that dude, bro, like when I tell you, like he up, bro, he got money, like he courtside season ticket holder for the Cavs, all that shit, like he got bread. And you would never be able to tell, like, you get what I'm saying, like. Because the people just hold themselves so differently. Like
Steve Jobs wore a fucking turtleneck every day.
And that's why I say, like, I went to Ginn, I learned so much from, like, Ted Ginn Sr., bro, in just a short amount of time. Like, I remember one time, like, he came to school, bro, like, usually Ted Ginn, like, he come, like, bro, like, he come dapper down, like, you feel me, iced up, whatever the school, you feel me, in a black mobile, that's what I call it, you feel me, he pull up every trip, you know what I'm saying? One day he came, you know, he had on, like, this little raggedy suit on, and you feel me, a van, and he was just explaining to us like he had a billionaire from the the Browns owner coming in, Jimmy and Dee Haslam, like they wife and stuff came to visit our school and stuff to donate money, and he was just saying like I'm not about to come in here with all of this on.
But my students are struggling.
Yeah, when my students are struggling, I want them to give me something. You get what I'm saying? They got resources that I need. I'm not gonna show them what I got. I need them to give me something, a piece of the pie. Cause that's how you keep things moving. You feel me? Because our purpose, for real, is to be into service to other people.
Yeah,
like that's what
that's
it is.
The name of the game. That's in any business, anything you could think of, from fucking Amazon to McDonald's. The name of the game is providing a service. So if you're selling a product, you're providing a service that's gonna help me, regardless of whatever this product is. It's helping me. I don't care what it is. So
anything.
It's just. But I get it though. I'm not gonna be blind to it as far as like why we go out and buy this and buy that. We black. We like nice things.
Yeah.
We like to drive nice things.
We the culture though.
Yeah, we the culture of shit.
A lot of black people don't realize.
Yeah, we the culture of shit. But my thing is what I stress to people is make sure you got something in place before you go fuck up that money.
Don't buy like a rule of thumb, like don't buy something unless you can buy two of it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I always say, don't buy something unless you got cash flow to cover it.
Yeah.
So if you don't got cash flow to cover that, so if I go buy a BMW and my car note is $600 and I don't have a business or a piece of property that's going to cover that $600 every month,
what are you doing?
What are you doing? You don't need to buy it. You coming out of pocket, so that's what makes you have to work 40 extra hours at work.
Yep. Damn, I got this car, so I have to pay for this bitch now.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People literally be working. People don't work to live. People be working to pay for shit,
you
and that's
put yourself in a position to be a slave.
Definitely. You know what I'm saying?
That's where we fuck up at. And that's what I'm trying to teach, people that's around me, my friends and family.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, you get your little check or something, say that shit for your business, say that shit for investing. Don't go fuck that shit off.
Because like you got a $17 job, you go get that crazy ass car note. You feel me? Brand new BMW. You could have got a brand new Honda.
And still have some money left over. And still have money left over.
And the Honda gonna last longer than
that Honda gonna last longer.
By the time that Honda run out, you could have been done saved up so crazy. You can go buy the BMW. Outright, and it be yours. You get what I'm saying? Like people don't think like that.
We gotta change our mindset, and it comes with us just wanting to seek information and not just seek. What's the rapper, what this rapper got, or what this?
Yeah, what he doing, or people do it the wrong way. Like, oh, I see Lil Baby got this. How did he get it? Let me look and see what he did, and then try. I want to be him.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do that either.
Yeah, be yourself.
That's the best. That's your best option every time.
I'm myself. I'm not gonna be like nobody. I got friends that got a nice car and shit. Don't mean I'm about to go buku on a nice car. Cool.
Because it's like you got it.
Yeah,
I might have it. I might not. But I don't want it.
Yeah,
I don't want it
right now. It ain't my time. I'm gonna
wait. Cause and shit like that only makes shit worse. Cause it's like you got a fancy ass car when you're 20. Now you can't get something shitty. Now you have to just your reputation is up there. You got it. Oh yeah, Xavier had a Beamer. Now he driving a kid. What happened to Xavier?
Yeah. That's exactly how it is. So it just I know I'm gonna set my expectations low and still be able to live the life I want to. You feel me? Like
everything a process though.
It's a process.
And shit take time.
And everybody mature at different ages. I'm starting to realize that. Everybody not just because I matured at 22 don't mean that the next person gonna mature at 22. You may mature at 28. You may mature at 35. But
as long as you do it.
But it's best to mature now. You feel me? Because
it's like you have so much more of your life to live. And you can live your life. You can be set up better. You can just have a better mindset. Because and that's another thing. People really don't realize that your mind, you literally control your whole ass life with your brain. Yep. Your thoughts control your world.
Control you. Yep.
If you think, oh, I ain't shit, you're not gonna be shit. For example, I was reading in this book, like, if you say you driving to work and there's hella traffic and you think, damn, I'm gonna be late for work, you're gonna be late for work. But if you say, damn, there's traffic, but I'm gonna be on time today, you're gonna be on time. Literally, the law of attraction is so real. If you speak shit into existence, it will happen.
It will appear.
So if you have negative mindset, if you, damn, I'm fat, or I'm this, I'm that, I'm ugly, you're gonna be ugly.
Yeah.
And people don't realize that.
It's important though. It's definitely, you put it right on the mark. That mind, it take you a long way. It take you a long.
And it's a process. It's such a process because you have to literally unlearn everything that you already learned.
Yeah. Mental stability.
And it's hard, so hard.
That's why so many people look at successful people in the world and they say, "Oh, this nigga got there because he got lucky," or
no,
that nigga dedicated.
If you really, if you look at, I read so much, and I'm sure you read a lot too, so you can attest to this. If you, I read Steve Jobs' biography. Steve Jobs ain't get where he was. This nigga was an orphan. Yeah. This nigga grinded. LeBron is not the best player in the world just because he was lucky, just because God gave him that talent. That nigga probably is the first one in the gym every day and probably the last one to fucking leave.
Sacrifice. I think it's sacrifice.
You have to put the work in to get what you want.
I feel like we all truly given the talent though. It's just up to us
to figure out what it is.
Like when they say God gonna meet you halfway, that's the halfway is you being born. You get what I'm saying? That's the halfway. Like you get what I'm saying?
Or people put everything into prayer.
People really don't even believe, gotta really understand that the halfway is you being on earth. You get what I'm saying?
Questions.
That's a halfway.
Have y'all? I just went through this like a couple days ago, and it was like a spiritual. Like, my body felt like, what the fuck? Have y'all found out what y'all purpose is?
No, but I think I'm starting to figure it out.
I feel like I've been doing mine. I just feel like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
what is it?
It's just like helping other kids out with like sports and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? Or like helping other people out with like basketball. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I got a different type of knowledge of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like I look at it like a whole totally different thing. I look at it like art. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because it's really a science down to like breaking down basketball. Like it ain't just scoring and stopping other teams from scoring. It's way more into that shit. I mean, you a hooper too. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like people don't understand. Like that's why like people who like actually play sports, like when they see dudes on TV talking and saying whatever, like. Yeah, we get upset because, like, bro, it ain't just like
anytime
we wake up.
You get so riled up when you feel not me when you be watching First Take.
Yeah, because it be like, bro, like they don't be like they.
Like you never did this, so how can you tell somebody?
You feel me? Like imagine telling a nigga who in the NBA, bro, who been had that ball in his hand since he was a kid, bro, who done worked, put in crazy amount of hours, bro. You get what I'm saying? In that gym and shit, he don't know what he doing on the court. You get what I'm saying? Like. It don't work like that.
So your purpose, so you saying your purpose was to
properly inform people, because I feel like you get what I'm saying, like basketball. You get what I'm saying, yeah, like on sports, period, and like on people in sports. You get what I'm saying?
So you see yourself being like a Stephen A. or something,
but not
like that,
not like that. No, like more like really informative though, like more so like a Jamil Hill. You get what I'm saying? How like she like really break down like athletes and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's more into it than just being like they look at them as just like hoopers and all that type of shit. And like, it just, like they go out there and just do this with their talent. Like, nah, bro, like, them dudes waking up, crack of dawn, bro. Like, you feel me? You know from working out, like, bro, when you done with the workouts, bro, your body be like, you putting yourself through a physical, mental, spiritual type of shit. Like right. It's way different, bro. After you lose a game, bro, you can't sleep after that shit. It's like, you get what I'm saying? Then you got to wear the world of other people because you're not just playing for yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like when you play sports or do anything in life,
you're playing for your whole last
team. You're playing for everybody.
For
the name on your back.
The name for your school. Like you're playing for everybody.
You get what I'm saying, bro? Because if you don't go out there and do your job, then you affect somebody else who ain't doing their shit. And if they not doing their shit, y'all lose, and that affects the
Just
coach.
like example,
you
like you could
get
even
fired.
say the Cavs when J.R. Smith did that bullshit. Like they could have won the game, but he was fucking up. Yeah.
Like you feel me? That one outcome caused a chain out. You feel me? Like, it's deeper than that, bro. Like that's why you hear players like Dan Miller say like, I'm okay with losing. You feel me? And being here in Portland and just you know having some playoff runs. You get what I'm saying? Because it's people here whose jobs depend on me being here. You get what I'm saying? Like that's some real shit. Yeah. And people gonna sit there and look at him and say like, man, that's a loser mentality. No, it's not. You get what I'm saying?
It's not about you.
That's some real
That's
shit.
winner.
It's some people like it's a lot of people who lost their jobs and shit when LeBron left Cleveland. You get what I'm saying? Like LeBron leaving Cleveland, like and coming back to Cleveland, that shit really affected the economy. You get what I'm saying? Like it affected the people here. Like I did a research paper on that shit, bro. Cleveland turned into $1 billion economic base, bro. You get what I'm saying? Just from LeBron being here, bro. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? That's why it's important. People gotta realize it really is important for like sports teams and shit to be successful in cities. Like you should really root for your city sports team, bro. That's helping your pockets, your city, your family. You get what I'm saying? Like people really don't understand that, bro. Like you need that shit. You get what I'm saying, bro? We need that shit. Like it ain't like that's why people burning jerseys and shit. Like that's real. That's why, bro. Like it's affecting people. Like it ain't just like he left. He want to play for another team. Like no, it's a business now. Like it affects other people. It's real.
What's your purpose?
I feel like my purpose on this earth is to not sports wise. You know, like he said, it was just to help other people. So help people and make money in the process. I swear, I felt like because so what my business does is it helps people get out of their situation. So it helps like homeowners, let's say like a grandma who got a house that she don't want no more. Right. So she's just trying to get rid of it. So me, and I got like a network of investors that I work with that, you know, I'm able to provide a service to them and provide a service to the homeowners to get them out of their situation. So like I say, if I got this phone and I say, you ask me you want to buy my phone for $10,000. And I say, well, shit, give me $10,000 for it. And what I would do is, what you would do is, you have, you know, investors. This is a house, let's say. This is a house. You have investors who would buy the phone, but for you to make money, you would sell this phone to them for $15,000.
Yeah.
Right.
So
now you have $5,000.
Now I have $5,000. The owner got his 10. She asked for 10, so we gave her 10. Got her 10. The investor got his property. So it's just a repeatable thing of that. So I'm helping people who are in fucked up situations, who just trying to get out of it.
You also helping yourself.
And I'm also helping myself because I'm making a profit.
That's wonderful.
So it's just a repeatable thing, and I've been doing it for like the last year.
Definitely, people get trapped in houses.
And I get people calls to this day. You know what? Thank you for helping me out in that situation.
You changed my life.
You changed my life.
Now I don't have to worry about that.
I took a stress out their life. I took some type of pain from them. Like they had a house that their husband died in, or you know. So it's a lot of emotions and shit going on with things that people own. People don't realize that. Like you got a lot of shit that you probably own. That you've owned it since first grade, but it holds so much value to you because
it's yours and you've had it forever.
You've had it forever. So letting that go, but allowing somebody to provide a great service for you to let it go, it makes you feel like, okay, well, I let this go, but this person made me comfortable. He didn't try to like talk me in. He wasn't a salesman. Like no, he wasn't that. He was trying to.
His goal wasn't to get back. His goal was to really help me.
To help me.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
It. And when you know, helping people like that every day, it just realized like, damn, I'm really, you know, having an impact on people that I don't even know. I know these people from a can of paint. Yeah. So the fact that I'm able to come in and provide
that's a good thing though, because you never know like a person you gonna come across that one day can be a person that can help you out. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? You really never know.
You don't know this person.
Right.
You don't know this person at all. But
and that motherfucker, you one day can help you from falling off a fucking cliff, some crazy shit. You never know, bro. Really. Know. So and that one help out, you feel me? Gonna help you out in return. You get what I'm saying?
And it's the laws of attraction. The energy bounces off each other. So if you put out positive,
if you put out, that will come back to
shit,
you.
it's gonna come
but
back
if you only do negative, you're
only
gonna get negative.
That's all you're gonna get. So that's why I don't allow certain, like, people say certain things. Like my mom called me the other day. I can't. No, don't say you can't. Because you
can. You just have to figure out how to do it.
Because saying I can't is shutting down.
Because literally, I was just reading a book about that. Like when you put it in your mind, because your brain does not process the can't.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing your brain will process is can't. You could say, I want to do this, or I don't feel like that. You're not gonna want to because your brain doesn't process. If you put like no or don't or bad in your brain will literally process. Fuck everything else. They're only gonna focus on the main part. So
it's certain words, certain terminology. You catch yourself saying like, damn, I just said I can't, or I just said this, and that actually shuts down your brain because your subconscious mind just got that and said, well,
you can't do this.
But if you say, shit, I want to buy a new car, how can I buy a new car?
What
can I do to get a new car?
Yeah.
Your brain start to think. You get that, your subconscious mind start to, okay, well, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. But if you say you can't, then it's like you shut down everything. It's like, all right, fuck it. So
people just gotta put themselves in the winning mentality, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, losing is an option, bro, but that shouldn't be your option. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? It should be like, because you can always lose, bro, and you gonna lose. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody can't win everything.
You know what I'm saying? But you gotta go out every time, whatever you do, feel like you gonna win, like it's gonna happen.
And give yourself that sense of, why not me? You feel me? Like,
she got it. Why can't I have it?
You trying to build a brand. You trying to build I'm imagining $1 billion brand.
Yeah.
So you looking at it like, why can't I?
I can't.
What's the difference between me and this person?
There's no
difference. We piss, shit, bleed.
We all do the
cry, all the same thing. Nobody. Beyonce didn't come out the room an alien. Come out the womb an alien.
No.
Jay-Z didn't come out the womb an alien. These niggas came out the womb the same way I came out the womb.
But they just grinded.
They grinded. They took advantage.
Every successful person has a path. They didn't just wake up and like people talk about Kylie. Kylie was self-made, but like Kylie's not self-made because Kylie is self-made if you ask me because look at her sisters. She's the only billionaire out of all her sisters.
Yeah, that's self-made. Regardless
of what your start is, what did you do?
Yeah. They gave her the money and she capitalized on the money.
That's smart. What she did is no different than the investors that you have. No different. It's just that's her family.
Yeah. It's a little bit of an envy thing though.
Yeah. And it's all envy. Niggas just fought.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
niggas just
she had a $400 million start.
And that's cool, but guess what?
She turned that shit to $1 billion.
She tripled that shit.
Catches $400 million.
She put in work.
No, she put in work. So people, and that's why it's like I put a post up the other day. Like, if you can't manage $10,000,
you can't manage $1 million. You can't.
Like, how can you expect to manage $1 million if you can't even manage $1,000? That's not even realistic. Because in your mind, you don't even know how to manage this small amount of money.
So what makes you think you're gonna get some more and you're doing it?
Just like I was just having a conversation with some of my, like a group of my friends, bro. Like if like one of us hit like the Mega Millions, like what would y'all do with it? And they was like, man, I give this person like you can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a reason why like people say if they hit the Mega Millions, bro, they would fade off. Like you know what I'm saying?
If I got rich, I'm not telling you.
You get what I'm saying, bro? Because it's like it's a reason for.
Because now you're a target. I know Grace got it. And then if you don't give it to them, oh, Grace, you a fake ass bitch.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? One time, you feel me?
Yeah, you can tell a person yes 1,000,000 times. The one person you tell them no, it's the end of the fucking world.
It's the reason. It's the reason why the rich get richer
and the poor get poorer. Period.
The rich get richer. Understand that, nigga. I don't care how much money.
I don't care how much money
is gonna be put out to losing your money.
I don't care how much I love you. Yeah. You're wasting me money at this point.
If you ain't bringing no value to me, I don't even care. You gotta bring value to me. I don't care what the situation is. You could be my brother. If you're not bringing no value to me,
if you're dead weight, you gotta go.
You can't kick it.
Yeah, that's. I mean, bro, you feel me? I feel like a lot of people we gotta teach our like the younger kids that. You feel me? I mean, I'm glad I was taught that. My grandfather, he had money. Yeah. He owned businesses, land, all that type of shit. You know, had a house on acres. And I remember like, bro, like. I couldn't like I knew he had bread, but if I wanted some money from him, bro, he used to make me write essays.
All the celebrities,
for real.
Yes, all the celebrities make their kids
write me a paper on why you want this $200.
Yeah, like I was listening to a podcast where Chet Hanks, Tom Hanks' son, Tom Hanks won hella Academy Awards. Chet Hanks said when he turned 16, he thought that his dad was gonna buy him a brand new car, and he said, "No, my dad gave me his old ass PT Cruiser." Like,
that's real though. That's real shit. You gotta teach that shit from like I'm having a kid. I'll be here in August, but you know I'm using the same format, bro. You regardless of how much money we make and how much. No, you're not getting shit handed to you.
No,
because I ain't getting nothing handed to me.
Right.
And then when people spoil their kids and entitle their kids, that's where kids get fucked up.
They get fucked up because now you put them out into the real world. We know it all. We know all these people. We know people who we grown up to have had shit handed to them their whole life. And look at it right now. Not no knock to them, but look at it right now.
Your mom cut you off and you don't know what they're like. Because your parents get tired of doing shit. So your parents not going to pay your shit forever.
I know so many people who lost right now.
My mom cut me off. What am I supposed to do?
They don't know because they never had to really figure it out as a young age. So now that they got to this age and they got cut off and they just...
And see, I'm that person. Like, I've never really had to... Like, I'm working because I want to, not because I need to.
Right.
My people pay my bills.
Right.
But I don't... Like you said, when I do graduate and when I do get cut off, I don't want to be out here fucked up.
So you still learn. So you still trying to grind and understand this shit now. So when the time comes, I'm cool. People ain't like that. You know, people like shit. I'm gonna just sit back until the day comes. I'll figure it out.
Right.
No, you can't. No.
See, but you know, it just be a difference like in life and how people view it. You feel me? Because I remember, bro, like, man, like, you know, when I first hit high school, bro, like, and you know, Jay's was hot. Like, niggas every